Level 3 is solving some more weird ones. So we're solving just like we did in the previous questions, but we're being aware that I can get some different answers sometimes, right? Now, I don't have to, your teacher wouldn't have to say, you could also get these answers, but we did do that here on the review just to give you some options. All right, so recognize the first thing, just like in the last question that you did in level 2, we're going to go ahead and distribute these first. Okay, so I'm going to have 10 minus 20x, and then 5 times 3 would be a positive 15 there. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15 equals. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. 10 times negative 2 would be negative 20x, and then 10 times 3 would be a plus 30, and then minus 5. Now on each side, I'm going to combine like terms. So over here I have a 10 and a 15. The negative 20 is just going to continue to be negative 20, so it's going to be negative 20x. And then the 10 and the 15 put together is going to be 25. And then over on this side, I still have that negative 20x as well. And then 30 minus 5 is plus 25. And so hopefully what you're seeing here is that these two sides are exactly the same. And if they're both exactly the same, then x can equal all real numbers. All right, so that's your answer. You could keep solving here. You could subtract 25 from both sides, and the 25 would cancel out. And then you could add the 20x to both sides, and then those would cancel out. Just remember that if you do that, if I decide to go plus 20x and plus 20x, for some reason students sometimes get confused with this, that cancels out. Negative 28x and positive 20x, that completely cancels out, which means I'd be left with 25 equals 25. Okay, so don't let that confuse you. 25 equals 25. If I got to this point right here and these numbers were different, still no x, but if those numbers were different, then it would be x has no solution. Okay, so if different, then x would have no solution there. Now, if I still have an x in this situation, then go ahead and solve for x, right? Get x by itself and answer, because x could possibly be 0, right? So if there's an x, you got to solve for it. But if there's no x, if it's the same like this, it's all real numbers. If it's different, then x has no solution. All right? Hopefully that was helpful.